score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed-rate loan below 4.25% APR?
The answer to any of these questions is no. What are you doing about it?
With $10,500, you can purchase a $295,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,400 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or 1-800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call the Ron Siegel Team at 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation real estate plan. You be the judge if this is right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to reap@ronsiegelradio.com or call today. Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990.
Rate subject to change and without notice. Licensed by the California DOC and BRENMLS 217037 and 145502 and Cal BRE 0186945 and 1866775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries. As we discuss current events, financial markets, politics. Guess it's time to wake up. Politics. You gotta love those little interludes there, right? We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. I don't know if we're ready for this celebration day. National Postal Worker Day. I don't think we can go too far with that one, although I can't say a whole heck of a lot. National Postal Worker Day. You know, we got to remember that if we don't want to say anything bad about postal workers, hence they go postal on us. Where's that? Yeah. National U.S. Postage Stamp Day.
You know better than that.
National Ginger... What is a ginger snap? I'm not even sure about that one. I guess we can go with this one, though. National Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Do you have a favorite ice cream flavor? I like peanut butter and chocolate. What is your favorite flavor of the day? It's, I guess, a little quiet one right there. Hey, let's look at the markets because they have not been quiet today. The markets have been fairly active. We've been watching them all morning long since well before the market opened. Been seeing a little bit of fluctuation in the markets right now. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, it's up 120 points. It was up over 250 points earlier in the session. Watching what's going on in China, we'll talk about that in a minute. The S&P 500, that is up 21 points. NASDAQ up 89.44. You're getting a little bit of a picture here. The markets are doing well today. They are all up today. So far, it's still early in the session, so you never know where they might end, but so far, so good on the day. Let's take a look at the gasoline. We'll look at oil first, and then we'll get into gas and see. Yeah, I know. So oil, gas prices, $271.7. Although today we are seeing a lot of places around the country, we're seeing new taxes taking effect in gasoline. National average, $271.7. I started to look at what the oil prices were doing, and then, I got a little squirrel going on in my head. Every once in a while we get distracted. Oil is up 43 cents per barrel. $58.90 a barrel is where we're looking at oil. Going back to the natural gas or gasoline, $3.75.5 is the price of gasoline here in the state of confusion. Hawaii is holding steady, $363.7. It hasn't changed a whole heck of a lot. Mississippi, $232.4, $1.43 a gallon cheaper than in Taxafornia. You got to love that idea. So you can go over there and get some decent prices on your gasoline. You're not going to find decent prices in Taxafornia. We just like to tax everything. So it does tend to give us a little bit of a distorted view as to what we're paying. There, I should look up the report on where all of these gas prices are going, where all of the excesses are in the gasoline prices. It's just been very, very fascinating watching what's going on in the gas market because, the California, and you listen to some of the Democrat debates from the last week, and you look at what is going on and who gets affected by gas prices, right? So the issue becomes, we want to tax the rich, not tax the poor, yet we tax gasoline more and more. So, again, 6 cents a gallon, it goes up in California as of today. 47.3 cents a gallon is what we're paying now. Figure that about, 15% in gasoline tax just in the state of confusion. Now, if you go over to Nevada and buy your tax, go to Arizona, buy your gas, pay a lot less money in those states than what you're paying here in Taxafornia. But hey, something? We keep voting for the same people, we get the same results. U.S. 10-year Treasury, 2.029 as we speak. That is still very, very low. It'll be going lower. Germany, though, down. You get a negative interest rate on your 10-year Bund, they call it in Germany. So you've got a negative 0.354. You don't get your money back when you put your money into Germany for 10 years. Japan is a negative 0.145. So you don't get all your money back there either. UK is 0.815. At least it's positive. A little bit less than 1%. But at least it is a positive number. Again, comparing that to the U.S. 10-year Treasury at 2.02. That's why we are seeing the interest rates continue to decline. That's why that continues to happen that way. We are continuing and watching, keeping our interest rates low. I shared with you that I went and visited our friends over at Chapman University, watching their economic forecast about 2 weeks ago now. And we were checking out what they're doing, what their outlook is on interest rates. They're saying the same exact thing that we've been telling you for weeks now, is that it's a global economy. If you have money in Germany, if you're a German company, do you want to put your money into their product, or would you rather put your money into the U.S.? It's a pretty simple answer to that question. So just a thought for you there, why the prices continue to stay low, why they will continue to stay low. Now, what's going on in the markets? Well, that's very simple. The market just is in a period right now that any news that they can possibly find that is marginal is now called good news. So President Trump goes over to the G20 summit over the weekend, meets with Chinese President Xi. They come out of the meeting saying they're going to reopen conversation, reopen their dialogue. Now, China is really in a place where they have a greater need for opening their conversations, greater need than what we have. Why do I say that they have a greater need? Well, it's very simple. Their economy is suffering. We are their biggest trading partner, and we're already starting to see. Now, they've got a time constraint. Now, no one talks about their time constraint. They're talking about our time constraint here in the U.S. because of the elections. But elections here mean somebody wins, somebody loses. If your economy doesn't do well, or if there's problems in China, it's not a matter of winning or losing. It's a matter of, are you going to live or are you going to die? Right? It's a much different scenario over there. And one of the big issues that they're looking at is U.S. companies now that have the ability, that have the flexibility, are now moving their supply chain out of China. Now, if they start moving out of China to places like South Korea, to places like Vietnam, India, well, they don't move them right back again. So China could end up with a much longer-term negative impact on their economy than what the U.S. has. The U.S. might have this short-term glitch where they have to move a plant or start buying somewhere else. It may even cost a little bit more money. But China's issue is significantly different, right?
China!
Sorry, Mr. President. Yeah, China, if they lose the business to Vietnam, if they lose the business to South Korea, India, do you think companies are going to go right back again real quick? Probably not. They'll end up looking at it and saying, you know something? I think we're going to keep it over in those new countries because they've got a favored status geopolitically. When that happens, it becomes much more difficult for these companies to deal with change. So the markets, they saw that the president, our President Trump, and the Chinese President Xi Jinping got together. They put a truce on this trade issues, and the U.S. stock market opens up 250 points up this morning. Again, the stock market as registered by the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Then the president of our country goes over and meets with Kim Jong-un again. And it's fascinating watching because you could have guessed what every Democrat would say on the Sunday shows yesterday after the president went over and had this historic meeting, stepping foot into North Korea. Now, if he didn't have a conversation similar to what President Obama did, and they are on the brink of war, then he's a warmonger. If he has a conversation, then he's backing down. He's giving legitimacy. So you can anticipate every one of the comments before they happen. Just a big waste of time there listening to what some of the politicians have to say, especially as we get closer to the election time period. So, and obviously I was not on air last week. I took a little time off, take a little more this week again. But watch the debates. Did you see any of those debates last year? How about giving full health insurance to illegal immigrants? Yet we have people in our own country that are not getting health care, that are not being taken care of, that are not being fed. Does that make sense to anybody? And you listen to some of the others saying, well, they're being AOC, putting the immigrants, the illegal immigrants, into concentration camps. Obviously, she has no clue what a concentration camp is. She must not have read any history books when she was working the bar. Just throw that out there. Not the legal bar. I'm talking about the bar that she was working in, the serving cocktails, right? So here's the issue there. You watch some of these things, you have to wonder what's going on. We're going to talk more about that when we come back. We'll talk about the housing market. We've got a lot to talk about. Your dream house, knowing what you need or what you want, reasons you should not try and sell your house by yourself. Real estate investing the last 6 years, what has been the common denominator? What to expect at a home inspection? Ways a debt collector may be breaking the law, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you, but the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Did you know that banks and credit bureaus are rewarded financially if you have bad credit? And the worse your credit score is, the more money they can make off of you? How does that make you feel, knowing that banks are getting rich off of your hard-earned money? How does it make you feel, knowing that if a bank or a credit bureau makes a mistake on your credit report, they benefit from it and it hurts you? The Fair Credit Report Act of 1971 requires banks and credit bureaus to report only accurate information, and nearly 100% of all credit reports are inaccurate. If you're sick and tired of being broke and tired of being robbed by the banks, you owe it to yourself and to your family to call Rondi. Rondi is a FICO-certified credit professional and has helped thousands of people just like you get out of debt and establish great credit. Rondi's number is 855-608-1990. Again, that's 855-608-1990. Or visit creditsanitizer.com. Again, that website is creditsanitizer.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Are you a veteran, police officer, firefighter, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, you qualify as one of Ron Siegel's VIP heroes, and we have rewards up to $5,000 or $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with one of the Ron Siegel Radio partners. As one of the heroes, real estate agents will rebate part of their commission, lending partners will give a credit at closing, the title company has special published rates, and many other service providers have incentives too. All you need to do is call Ron Siegel Radio at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. Just think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details, 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender, licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Thanks, Mike. I think we had some technical difficulties going on the system. Hopefully it's cleared up right now. I apologize for that glitch going there. I was not paying attention and only had one sound coming through my headset, so I apologize for that mess up there. It's going to get kind of goofy when that happens. I really apologize for that. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Gold Star Mortgage. When you're ready for that next mortgage, Gold Star has the programs. They've got the products for you. You just need to give me a call at 800-306-1990. We will put you in touch with the right folks over there at Gold Star. What's happening in the mortgage market right now? That's the big issue, is the what, and as the why is just as important or more important. Everyone can tell you what's going on in the market. And obviously I shared with you in the first segment about the issue with what we're seeing and why we're seeing some of these things. The Dow Jones Industrial Average right now, it is up 96 points. NASDAQ up 83 points. S&P 500 up 21 points. U.S. 10-year Treasury, that interest rate is up 3 basis points. And the mortgage-backed securities, that's the bond that we follow all the time. That one is down a little bit. When that goes down, that tells us that interest rates are actually on the rise. So we watch that one very, very closely. And it's more of an issue of seeing why is that happening, what is happening. And again, it has a lot to do with what's going on in China. Right? The whole China issue, the China trade talks, that's where a lot of this is coming from. And we look at the charts, and we're in a very fascinating area of the charts right now. We're watching what's going on, and the charts are giving us an idea here of of a tight trading range. We're right in between what we call the Fibonacci level and a 25-day moving average. So as we compress those numbers, we're going to be looking to see what is going to happen, what's going to drive the market going forward. Is it going to be the 25-day moving average? Because we're not getting a lot of news. The end of the week, Friday actually, believe it or not, right after the holiday is going to be a big news day, because that's the day that we get the jobs report. That comes out the first Friday of every month. It's not, obviously the holiday is Thursday. The markets close early on Wednesday, but they'll be opened on Friday. And we've been bouncing right off of this level of resistance. Again, when the market tries to go up, that's where we see the problems. The market going up is hitting this level of resistance, is very strong, what they call a Fibonacci level. And when we hit that Fibonacci level, it keeps bouncing back down. It's tried to break through there on several attempts. Now, when you have that happen, in the absence of any kind of a strong news issue, then what we end up having to do is look and say, okay, why is it happening? What's causing this problem, or what's causing these items? There's no major news going on. And whenever we have no major news, and again, I don't call that G20 was not really major, because we all kind of anticipated that the reason the presidents were getting together, President Trump, President Xi, the reasons that they were getting together was all known ahead of time. You could have predicted they weren't going to get together to say, no, we're not going to do anything. They weren't going to get together to walk out on one another. That's something, that would have happened when you're dealing with somebody like Kim Jong-un. It doesn't happen when you're dealing with somebody that is another superpower and a major trading partner. Those type of conversations take place on a little different trading level. So our president wasn't going to walk out on that. So what else? What are the other options? They're not going to meet to say that we're going to get in more of a trade war. That's not an option right there. So the plan, or the understanding going in, was they were going to come up with some sort of a discussion, some sort of a resolution or process moving forward. What was the process moving forward? To say, well, we're going to get the talk started. Right, so that's all they really did, is they did everything that was expected. And I thought that we really wouldn't see a whole heck of a lot of move going on, because the market could have anticipated that. But the market's been, as I told you earlier, it's been looking for good news. It's been trying to find, where do we get the news that's going to continue moving the markets forward? Well, it got a little bit of good news, just saying that they're going to cancel that battle. And that's what's really driving the market this morning. Nothing all that significant is happening. We're going to continue watching that for you. But right, as I've shared with you before, it makes a tremendous amount of sense for you to get involved with looking into what your interest rates are. Because as I shared with you once before, as I've shared with you many times before, the interest rates right now are very low if you have debt consolidations that you're trying to look at. If you've got a lot of debt on your household balance sheet, credit card debt, auto debt, student loan debt, if you can roll that into your household payment right now, that makes a whole lot of sense to do it. Why? Because one of the higher interest rates you get on your household is a cash out refi. But it's still going to be significantly less than what you would pay on you're currently paying. So and I shared this with some folks over the weekend. We looked at a household that had a 3.5% interest rate on their home loan, and we looked at their debts for their house. They had about $55,000 between credit cards, HELOCs, and student loans. Roll all of that in, and a new 5% interest rate home loan, saved them over $1,000 a month. Now, 5% is a primary residence with some equity in there, obviously, but it's saving them a lot of money on their overall household debt structure. Now, we look at that, and we want, because of our belief, our forecast, that interest rates are going to drop significantly in the next 18 to 24 months, We don't want to have anybody paying points unless there's a real reason for it. And we want to try and avoid costs because we want to be in position to look and say, okay, how do we do that and make it worthwhile, make it economical down the road? Well, we do that by increasing the interest rate a little bit and getting enough money to pay off those other debts. That's how you make some of those things work for you. And we'll talk more about that when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. Before you look for your dream home, know what you want versus what you need. 5 reasons you should not try to sell your house on your own. Know what to expect at your home inspection. Best ways to handle your money when traveling. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. On Twitter @Ron Siegel. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details. 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender. Licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. NEST, that is the best source I know of for getting information on new properties hitting the market. They get the data before some of the big branded sites. I don't know how they do it, but they do. They get that data before some of those sites. They get the data before they're pinging the MLS on a regular basis, and it looks a lot nicer than what we're seeing from the MLS. One of the topics we wanted to talk about today before you look for the dream home, obviously we've talked to you about getting that pre-underwrite done from our friends at Gold Star Mortgage so you can walk in making same as cash offers. But one of the things you need to do before you go out shopping is know what you want versus what you need. In this day and age of being able to shop for anything, anywhere, it's really important to know what you're looking for when you start your home search. If you've been thinking about buying a home of your own for some time now, you've probably come up with a list of things that you'd love to have in your new home. Many new home buyers fantasize about the amenities that they see on television or start looking at the countless homes listed for sale through rose-colored glasses. Do you really need that farmhouse sink in the kitchen to be happy with your home choice? Would a two-car garage be a convenience or a necessity? Could the man cave of your dreams be a future renovation project instead of a make or break right now? The first step in your home buying process should be getting pre-approved for your mortgage, pre-underwritten for the mortgage. This allows you to know your budget before you fall in love with a home that is way outside of your budget. The next step is list all the features of a home that you would like and to qualify them as follows. Must-haves. If this property does not have these items, then it shouldn't even be considered. For instance, the distance from work or family, number of bedrooms, bathrooms. Should-haves. If the property hits all of the must-haves and some of the should-haves, it stays in contention but does not need to have all of these features. And the wish list. If you find a property in our budget that has all of the must-haves, most of the should-haves, and any of these, guess what? You've got a winner. Bottom line, having this list already made before starting your search, it's going to save you a lot of time, save you a lot of frustration. It also lets your agent know what features are most important to you before they start showing you houses in your desired area. You want to get those ideas out there. It makes life a lot easier. You don't want to, if you've got a $400,000 budget, a $300,000 budget, whatever your number is, it's very discomforting to go out and start shopping for a home that's outside of your budget area, because I promise you, if you're in a $300,000 budget and you go and start looking at $600,000 or $700,000 homes, you are not going to be happy. So if you're not happy with those, why would you want to go looking at those? Why would you want to put yourself through that pain and suffering, so to speak? Just a thought for you out there. And one of the things we understand, I should tell you, that's the Real-Time Real Estate segment. Again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. Also got a new app that we've put together for you. Give you it's called a Home Digest, and it tells you just about your house. You're able to text RE-value to 79564. Text RE-value to 79564. Find that dream home. And you can put your house information in there. It tells you what the value of it is, what your equity position is. You also have the opportunity to go in and put in homes in areas that you're looking at, and it'll give you that information also. Saw this study just came out last week as well. And we shared it on some of our social media channels. Americans ranking real estate as the best investment. 6 straight years now. Real estate has come a long way since 2011, when 34% of Americans favored gold as the best investment. Of the 4 listed, real estate's the only investment you can also live in. So they look at real estate, the stock market, savings account, and gold. 6 straight years in a row, gold is at the very top. Real estate, very top. 35% look at it as being the best. 27% says the stock market. 15% says savings accounts. 14% is the world of gold. Real estate has outranked stocks and mutual funds, gold, savings accounts, CDs, and bonds as the best long-term investment of Americans for the last 6 years. Stock owners are more positive about real estate than stock as an investment. And again, of the four listed, real estate is the only investment you can also live in. So I saw that chart. I wanted to share that with you. And you can find that whole chart. Again, it's right on our social media channels. We put that out there to give you some information, just to let you understand what we're looking at. What else did we find that was good for you? Here's another one that I find fascinating because I see this all the time. People deciding that they're going to try and sell a house on their own. We talked about this, I think, a couple weeks ago. I forgot who was in, and we were chatting about this concept. You can do that home search. I have no problem with people that are doing home searches online. But there's a lot that goes into real estate that people don't want to understand beyond just finding that piece of real estate. So let's look at the top 5 reasons you should not try to sell a piece of real estate on your home. Rising home prices, coupled with a lack of inventory in today's market, may cause some homeowners to consider selling their home on their own. This is known in the industry as a for sale by owner because the sign out front says for sale by owner. It's also goes by FSBO, FSBO. And a FSBO might not be a good idea for the vast majority of sellers. Here's the top 5 reasons. Number 1, online strategy for prospective purchasers. Recent studies have shown that 95% of buyers search online for a home. In comparison, only 13% use print newspaper ads. Most real estate agents have an internet strategy to promote the sale of your home. Do you? Second, results come from the internet. Where did buyers find the home they actually purchased? 50% say on the internet, 28% from a real estate agent, 7% from a yard sign, and 1% from the newspaper. The days of selling your house by putting up a sign and listing it in the paper are gone. They're over. Having a strong internet strategy is crucial. Number 3, there are too many people to negotiate with. It's a biggie. Here's a list of some of the people with whom you must be prepared to negotiate if you decide to sell a house by yourself. The buyer who wants the best possible deal. I've shared this thought with you many, many times. If you're out there looking to sell on your own, the consumer knows, or the buyers know, that you're just trying to save a little bit of money. So what are they going to do? They're thinking that you've got to sell. They think that you are a mandatory sell. They're going to offer a little bit less for the property. That's what I would do, right? So they're wanting a good deal. The buyer's agent, who solely represents the best interest of the buyer's attorney or escrow company you have to talk to. The home inspection companies, which work for the buyer, will almost always find some problems with the house. Buyer's going to then come back and say, something, I've got a request for repairs. The appraiser, if there is a question of value, I have to talk to them as well. Number 4, FSBOing has become increasingly difficult. The paperwork involved in the process has increased dramatically as industry disclosures and regulations have become mandatory. This is one of the reasons that the percentage of people FSBOing has dropped from 19% to 7% over the last 20 years. Number 5, you're going to get more money when you use an agent. Many homeowners believe they'll save the real estate commission by selling on their own. Realize that the main reason buyers look at FSBOs is because they also believe they can save the real estate agent's commission. The seller and buyer can't both save the commission. A study by Collateral Analytics revealed that FSBOs don't actually save anything by foregoing the help of an agent. In some cases, they may actually cost themselves more. One of the main reasons for the price difference at the same time of sale is, quote, properties listed with a broker that is a member of the local MLS will be listed online with all other participating broker websites, marketing the home to a much larger buyer population, and those MLS properties generally offer compensation to agents who represent buyers, incentivizing them to show and sell the property, and again, potentially enlarging the buyer pool, unquote. The more buyers that view a home, the greater the chance of a bidding war for the property. The study found the difference in price between comparable homes of size and location is currently at an average of 6%. Listing on your own leaves you to manage the entire transaction yourself. Why do that when you can hire an agent without additional cost? Before you decide to take on the challenge of selling your house on your own, give me a call. I'm not a real estate agent. I have a license. I don't use it. But give me a call. Let's chat about it. See what makes sense for you. And maybe see if I can put you in touch with an agent that does a great job in your marketplace. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, the best ways to handle your money when traveling, ways a debt collector may be breaking the law. And if we get to it, what to expect at your home inspection, all that and more. You can reach me anytime off air, number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area-trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Most businesses struggle to get the online reviews they need to get a competitive edge over their competition. Rex is a brand new technology that uses text messages to direct happy clients to your online review sites, Zillow, Google, Facebook, and Yelp, and unhappy clients to a private survey, so businesses can win more customers. Try Rex today by going to www.meetrex.com.
Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed-rate loan below 4.25% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $295,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,400 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or 1-800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call the Ron Siegel Team at 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation real estate plan. You be the judge if this is right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to reap@ronsiegelradio.com or call today. Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990.
Rate subject to change and without notice. Licensed by the California DOC and BRE NMLS 217037 and 145502 and Cal BRE 0186945 and 1866775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime. At 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by our friends over at Blue Water Credit. When you're ready for that next credit repair service, Blue Water has the solutions for you. Why would you want to get credit repaired? Well, if you're thinking about buying a house, buying a car, all of those items, they're going to be looking at your credit report. When they look at your credit report, they're going to want to know, okay, what's going on here? Why is your credit report saying what it is? There may be errors on there. That's what's going to drive your interest rate. Well, I can promise you the idea there is you want to get the lowest possible interest rate. That's what's going to save you money in the long run. So I'm just going to suggest to you, you should always be looking at your credit, making sure that it is accurate. You know, there's a lot of services out there that just go out there and they blow smoke on the idea that, you know, this is what we're going to do, this is where it is. And they're not looking, they're playing a game with the credit bureaus, expecting that the bureaus are not real onto it. People like our friends over at Blue Water Credit, they're using the law to help you in that scenario. Best ways to handle your money when traveling. Finally, time for you to go on that big trip. We got the July 4th holiday coming up. I don't know if you're going out of town or not. But if your bags are packed, the flights are booked, and you're ready to go, but before you hop on that flight, there's one more thing to sort out. How are you going to handle your money while traveling? Don't worry, we've got some ideas for you. Here's what you need to know about handling money while traveling. Number one, slim down your wallet. If you're like most people, chances are that your wallet is full of non-essentials. Make sure that you whittle it down to just the necessities. That gift card, gym membership card comes in handy at home. You probably don't need it while you're traveling. Keep things simple by carrying a couple of cards, your ID, and some cash. This will prevent you from those fumbling around in your wallet for cash or a card, which makes you an easy target for thieves. Plus, there's nothing more tempting than a thick wallet for local pickpockets. Number two, credit cards are a no-brainer, but beware of the fees when you use your credit card on travels. You don't have to worry about running out of money for goods and services. Credit cards also offer a level of protection that cash just can't. If your credit card is lost or stolen, you won't be responsible for any charges you did not make. It's worth checking with your credit card provider to learn about their policy for trip insurance or to see if they have any travel discounts. Unfortunately, there is a downside of using credit cards. There could be, if you're going out of the country, foreign transaction fees. It's not unusual for credit card companies to charge fees for every swipe in a foreign country. Those fees can add up big time. Make sure to check with your bank for specifics. However, you can use international travel credit cards if you're constantly traveling around the world. Number three, cash has its benefits, but it's got drawbacks too. There's a stigma around carrying cash while you're traveling. It's definitely one of the easiest ways to make purchases while you're traveling. If you can figure out how much you'll need to spend on travel, cash is not a bad idea. Making one trip to the ATM is probably the fastest way to handle money while you're on your trip. On the other hand, taking a huge wad of cash could be a big safety issue. It's safer to make multiple trips to an ATM and to only carry what you need in case your wallet gets stolen. Also, keep in mind that your bank might charge you a foreign transaction fee to take cash out. Check with your bank before taking money out and learn some credit and debit card tips for overseas travelers. We can share those with you as well. Don't underestimate the power of, I know you're going to laugh at me, fanny packs. Maybe not necessarily fanny packs, even though they're having a major fashion comeback, but don't eliminate the convenience of other storage accessories. Purses or backpacks may be your go-to traveling accessory. Their easy access makes them a big target for thieves. Consider using something that will keep your precious belongings close to your body. There are plenty of options for on-body storage accessories, such as money belts, body pouches, and other undergarments with money storage. The closer you keep your money to your body, the harder it is for thieves to swipe it from you. Give prepaid travel cards a try. When you think of making money arrangements for your travels, a prepaid travel credit card probably isn't the first thing to come to mind, but they're becoming more and more popular and maybe worth looking into for your next trip. While details vary from bank to bank, prepaid travel cards generally work the same way. You can purchase your prepaid travel card online or at your bank. From there, you'll be able to activate and register your card, then reload it with however much money you want. You can add more later on if your card is reloadable. Important to remember that prepaid travel cards are pretty different from credit cards. You need to keep track of how much you spend since your card is loaded with a fixed amount of money. Also, you'll need to reload your prepaid travel card every time you run out. Bring 2 cards with you just in case. It might be tempting to bring just one card or a debit card while you're traveling. However, bringing 2 cards with you, one is a smarter choice. If your debit or credit card is the only form of payment you'll have while traveling, losing the only card you brought could put you in a tough situation. Keep your card safe by only bringing 1 card while you're out and about, and leave the other in a safe place in your hotel room, like the hotel safe, not just in your drawer. If you've been suspected of identity theft while you're on vacation, keep an eye on your credit score. MyFICO.com. MyFICO.com is the place that I recommend you go and keep watching your score. The other idea here is make sure you've got your money and your credit cards in different pockets. Don't keep them all in the same spot. If you have all of your money and your credit cards in a wallet and you get your pockets picked, you are in trouble. If you've got them in multiple pockets, then you've got a better chance of a little bit of safety there. The likelihood of getting pickpocketed in 2 pockets same time, not quite as likely. So be careful there. Just watch that one as you are traveling. That's the Your Credit Matters segment, brought to you by our friends at Blue Water Credit. Also thought I'd share with you a few ways a debt collector could be breaking the law, because you may be wanting to look at collections and you may be wanting to deal with some of your credit issues right now. We talked about that earlier with the debt consolidation loans. With interest rates being so low right now, it is a great time to be looking at debt consolidations loans. Strong federal law, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, protects consumers against certain unfair collection practices. It applies only to outside or third-party debt collectors, not creditors collecting their own debts, and only for personal, not business debts. State laws may provide additional protection. In 2018 annual report to Congress about debt collection complaints, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau described collection complaints received by the Federal Trade Commission. 2018, the FTC received 84,500 complaints about debt collectors. That was down from 88,000 in 2017. A complaint does not mean a law has been broken, and some complaints may be the result of overseas debt collection scammers who harass consumers. A collection account can have a major credit score impact. If you've been contacted by a collector and are worried about your credit is being hurt, you can check 2 of your credit scores or 3 of your credit scores on that MyFICO.com app that I told you about. That's the one I use. Number 1, attempts to collect a debt not owed. Percentage of complaints was 39% of the complaints were for attempts to collect a debt that was not owed. If you don't think the debt belongs to you, you can send a request in writing within 30 days of receiving the initial notice that you want verification of the debt. You can also request in writing that the debt collector no longer contact you. Second, written notification about a debt. 22% of the complaints were that. The law, within 5 days of initially contacting you, the collector must send written notice of the debt. That includes the amount of the debt, the name of the original creditor to whom the debt is owed, a statement describing your right to dispute the debt. Third, communication tactics was 13% of the complaints. The law, collectors can't call repeatedly just to harass you. However, there is no specific number of calls that they can make within a given time period. That's left up to the courts to decide. If you think a debt collector is calling too often, start making a record of every time they call and any messages they leave. Collectors also may not call before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m. unless you've permitted them to do so, or at times you've told them are inconvenient, like they can't keep calling you at work. Number 4, took or threatened to take negative or legal action. That's 11% of the complaints. Here's the law. Collectors can't threaten a lawsuit, criminal prosecution, wage garnishment, jail time, or to ruin your credit rating unless they have the legal authority to do so and intend to do so. Those threats are often illegal. Collectors must usually take you to court first and win before they can take these kinds of actions if they are legal in the first place. Fifth one, false statements or representations was 10% of the complaints. Here's the law. Collectors cannot threaten a lawsuit, criminal prosecution, wage garnishment, jail time, or to ruin your credit rating unless they have the legal authority to do so and intend to do so. Those threats are often illegal. Collectors must take you to court first. 6, threaten to contact someone or share information improperly. That's 4%. the law. Collectors can call third parties such as family, neighbors, friends, coworkers only to locate you. They cannot do that for other reasons. We'll get to more of these in the days and weeks to come. I just want to share with you that to set that first radio preset button to come back here every day to join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to John, who's engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We will talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.